years, yeah. So I do trust his recipes, and I can't wait to see what he does. Biryani ndio hiyo, angalia watu waseme I'm lying. Guys, there is a biryani at Debat for guys to
one of the fans is here with the biryani.
Tuko live pia huko sasa.
Oh, hi guys.
So finally, highway Shakwa.
The Pilau.
Actually,
we do this.
Brilliant. Let me show you guys something. Sawa. I always tell people one thing, yeah? Food tip, never cook when you're hungry. Do not cook when you're hungry. Utabit, by the way. Secondly, if you're a guest, you always have some food for the guests.
Yeah.
So yes, biryani ya Mamake Bobo.
Yeah,
this looks very good. Lakini Abigail amesema
for the guests.
Be a guest, so you have to hand it back.
No, but I want you to taste and so and be intimidated for next week.
Are you ready?
So, just a bit, guys. So my camera can go stable, and then I get started. But meanwhile, I can be chopping up the onions. I'm trying to do faster because a little bit as we are trying to set up the kitchen. Sorry guys, there's no nyama. I didn't realize until now. I had it packed.
Bazmadov, karibu. Tuko huku kwa shoba sasa. Hey, Masichebet, hey, we shoba, si uko na mafans? Uko na mafans kibao.
I can feel the love.
The love. Hebu ambia ase tuko wapi leo?
Guys, how's the food? See, tuambie hata
You see, we're not talking for this.
tuanza kujishukuma kidogo. Tushukuma mapema before next week. Before the biryani will start.
Sitaki kuikula, nikikula nitapanic next week nitasema mgonjwa. I know myself.
Okay. So mkiona movement in the background, jua leo tuko in a completely different place.
Go in a completely different place.
Ati jina Nduta sawa nimetaja. Nduta nasema sijataja jina yake. Sawa Nduta nimetaja. Naona Wamboi, Jomo, Penina, Njuguna, Lucy Njeri, karibuni. Karibuni. Faniz Ngoze.
Oh, that chili is life.
Alafu baadhi amesema mfundishe kukata kitunguu hivyo. Kwani nani amekata kitunguu? Hoji kukata kitunguu basi acha hizo. Lakini by the way uko na mafanzo uko na majina kali kuna mwana anaitwa rejuvenated baba yao.
Watu wa majuu.
Nduta with a Nduta. But there you are.
I am a good person. My mother is also probably watching, so I shall be on the best.
I know mine is definitely tuned in.
I do.
She always tells me, see, utasema chakula kidogo utanitambua.
Everyone who is watching, karibuni. Side ya shoba, acha sasa tuendelee pande nyingine.
Pande nyingine.
Hii nyingine tunaendeleza.
Watu wa vote, although watu wa shoba wanijua.
Kamera imekataa kutilt.
I don't know why they do it.
Your camera has refused
Because
to
the app has started, the app is on that mode, on portrait.
But they can still see.
Yeah, they can.
They can't, but they have to tilt the cameras.
The camera on the phone.
They have to tilt their phones.
You know, the biryani didn't even need me. It's like even just.
So you can see the guys also. What's this? It's perfect like that. You know, when you taste that and then you go to a restaurant and order biryani.
That's when you get to start certain things out.
There's very few restaurants that know how to do it properly.
Yeah.
I've only been to one in
Very
Nairobi.
few.
I've
It's
been
very
to one
rare.
in Nairobi.
It's very rare for
Now
you to
that-
find me eating biryani or pilau in a restaurant. I'm a beef fry. I'm a
You can do
beef
it.
fry. One feel insufficient kabisa.
So leo ni jamu na kamera bali kama unataka kunitumia YouTube.
And you see that there also are not problem with people, yeah?
Syria pilau na biryani. It should be that oil. That's where all the goodness is.
Noted.
Aya, mama Kibobo unaulizwa.
Yes.
Kuna ile keki ya chocolate you once posted, a friend has baked it.
Nyako
Yeah.
Nyako's chocolate.
It was Nyako's chocolate. Okay, Liz Njeri umesikia?
Wananga bloggers wakifanya hivi kwa blogs zao, so we'll share the link down here. Yeah, and it pops up, so please press on the subscribe button. Because you want to.
I'm ready to go.
Alright, sawa.
So here, you're ready with the...
Yeah, the camera is going to be portrait for today.
And for introduction, guys, I've met Pneumatic Eco Kitchen. You can see.
Yes, we
upgrade
are
now.
Uonyeshe. Ashumesema mko wapi?
Pneumatic Eco Kitchen. I'm sure they can read the signage behind there. If you've watched my Pilau YouTube video, you can tell I was in the same kitchen. Okay, maybe not the same, but the same company's kitchen. These guys are awesome. If you want these, beauty in your house, why not give them a
They're
call?
called what eco-fitted banners. Yeah, so
We'll be inviting one of the guys to come and talk to you. All these,
All
all
these
these
about-
fancy things you're seeing.
all these
We can have them in your house that are
hii
very,
kwanza
very.
iko na matabu, inakanganya za Mungai. Unaona vile kwa mpaka lights. Vitu noma noma. So I think Mamake Bobo shall be starting.
So here I am. If you can come close and there's nothing in the sufuria. Oh, before I start, guys, let me just explain this. The boiled nyama. Just to cut down on the time for this video, I pre-boiled the meat with only garlic, salt, and some pilau masala. And I've explained this like a million times. The reason I do pilau masala when I'm boiling the meat is so that it can have some harmony when you taste the food. Because for example, if you put choma in stew, every time you bite into the nyama utajua choma, you get there's that lack of harmony. So when you're doing something like nyama ya biryani, nyama ya pilau, do some pilau masala just so it can taste like it's part of the meal. So here we go. Mafuta. Unlike Shoba, I don't over oil my pilau. I do believe though, biryani ni mafuta na kitunguu. Hizo mbili, you have to go like crazy with them. Mafuta na kitunguu. But for me, pilau, not too much. I think we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Maybe I can be awesome. Maybe you'll see.
Maybe I'm going to
That's
see
so oil in first. A very basic recipe by the mafuta kwanza, kitunguu. You see, I've done like 2 very huge ones, or you can do 3 or 4. I'm doing half a kg. I'm doing half a kg of. I'm not doing half a kg or a kg. I'm doing a kg.
You're doing a kg.
Yeah, I'm doing a kg.
Nyako Mabel says she's watching.
Nyako, hey mama, ukimaliza what you're doing, can you pass by and give shout outs to your people? Wow. So, I'm going to describe the video in 1 minute. Not the video, the recipe in 1 minute, so that if you can't watch maybe now, you'll understand, and then for clarity and just getting to see the process itself, you can come back and watch later. So I'm going to fry the onions. I'm going to add in the garlic a bit later. I'm giving the onion a head start. Then I'm going to add the nyama to give you that fried taste. And then I'm going to add some potatoes, add kidogo maji for them to again cook a little bit. And then I'm going to add the pilau masala and the tomato paste, and then maji. Maji kisha boil. I'm going to add in the rice, and pretty much we are done.
And then we'll eat.
Yeah?
And then we'll eat.
Yeah. And that part too, the eating part. So before my onions cook, I'm gonna get started on the potatoes. I kind of forgot to prepare these in advance. Achumba yetu nimekewa ya leo sifani.
Mnatesa boy china.
Gatimo is going to do the rooms. He's an expert. He knows how to chop them fast. Usisikiange story ati pilau ni nzeri ama ni tamu. Come, get a taste of what you're cooking. And also, gauge yourself. You might come and realize your pilau is actually way better than mine. Who knows? You might come and, learn a tip or two as to why yours is not as good. But, again, if you can't watch the whole of this video because probably you're busy, I've shared a YouTube video and the Mamake Bobo channel. You can just go there and watch. It's about 7 or so minutes. But it's the exact same process we are doing. Bobo, hi.
Oh, alafu, let me just say I'm very, very sorry. change of location information ilikuja late. I've just gotten a call by some people telling me they're in Rwaka. They're getting directions, so I've just told them now they're heading here.
Okay, guys,
So
come.
tunawangojea. I am sorry about that, but
Sorry, people.
yes.
Sorry.
Should I have some?
That's what I want to prove. See the way you have like big, juicy onions, that's exactly what you want. And by then another tip, if you want your onions to cook faster, you salt at this point. But then, usually if you're not a pro, I recommend you don't, because if you do too much salt right now, and then you add other spices that have salt, like let's say in a beef cube and the rest, it will hard to reverse that process. So, kidogo too will help the onions cook faster. You can actually do that.
Alright. You have mafans wenye wanakusikiza. Sophia, Sophia jina yako ya pili. Nisamee. Sitoki hiyo area. Hiuho. Yeah. Dorothy Mwendwa.
Hey people.
Salim Miki. Yeah. Kuna Boshi Tonito anasema nakula kwa macho lakini mate ya dondoka. Komboka Muturi. Boturi. Sylvia is just joined us. Marolin Atieno.
Hi Maro, that's my very good friend.
Eunice Njeri amesema hello. Njeri Kuri amesema mko sawa, asante. Eva Ngugi just checked in.
Hey Eva.
Even
Victoria Queen anasema akorada be serious.
Guys, comment, let me know, ask what you didn't get so I can clarify. This is a process that we are doing all of us together. It's a live show. So feel free to, get involved.
Even me people are watching. It's not just that phone.
Oh.
By the way, Diana Gatimo is watching, and Mushege Waithaka, and Koi Kahuhu says shoba viazi huchongwa zikiekwa kwa maji so as not to.
Crazy. Very much. Here it is. I'm doing it right.
Vicky B Mochama says you go guys.
So another thing about garlic, when you're in the kitchen, you have to follow your instincts. If you chop garlic roughly the way I have done, they need a little bit more time to cook, so you can add them when the kitungus are done halfway. If you grate them, you add them towards the end, where when some of the onions have started browning. If you blended them, then you add after the onions are browned, because you have to, need time. You have to check properly so that you don't end up with too garlic. And if you forget to add garlic, you can blend it and add it later, much later, it's still fine. But this is the best way to do it. Guys, tag people, tunataka kila mtu aje kupika pilau in this our country.
Mwacha kupika pilau Njeri.
Njeri is not bad, except if you're aiming for this
bad,
one.
but pilau Aisha is better.
If you're aiming for good pilau.
I mean, see the quality. Njeri is not bad, but pilau Aisha and the is much better.
If you want to cook pilau that makes people come home early, Wakisikia nisikia pilau. Mbio.
Koi says my bad, she hadn't seen the potatoes. Someone is asking, can you also use ginger?
Yeah, you can. But then actually what I'm sharing now is the most basic recipe. If you want to go ahead and add, other things to eat, feel free to do that. I just don't do ginger in my pilau.
I also do not.
Also you are? Yeah.
I don't think it's...
the authentic
yes.
pilau in the coast, they usually don't do ginger, by the way. But I'm not saying you can't do. You can add to just elevate it some more. But this should work.
But you have to be very careful about ginger, because it can bring a very sweetish or bitter flavor to
if you don't cook it properly, when you bite
don't
it,
cook
it's so bitter.
It's so bitter. So you have to be very careful about the portion, and that's not either we blend or we.
Alright. Esther Gidinji anasema love your hairstyle. Carol Murugi loves the kitchen. Lydia Mwagi anauliza what are you cooking? Hebu tell her.
Pilau, mommy, pilau.
Today is pilau.
We
see whose
I'm doing
pilau
my
is better.
version, Shubai's doing his version, and then we taste and see.
We are not tasting, we are eating a lot of food.
Can you see that sufuria? We're not joking. We're not joking around.
I'll be cooking in this big one.
This is the sufuria people are using.
Kilos.
Kwani ni ya matanga. Wait. Aya, Sharon Unduru just came in.
Hi Sharon.
Katie says she's following from step 1. I easy afford to miss.
Guys, get a piece of paper and pen, write every step. ask questions where you don't understand or you want clarification, and let's get this going.
There's a question.
Yes.
Christian Nyagwaswa is asking, in Tanzania they use tomato. Is it recommendable?
Some people use tomato. Most of us who have come from the coast, we do not. It's very unlikely upate. Sisi yetu ni nyama, wali na viungo, mchele na.
Maybe I do add tomato paste because that's how I learned to do it, and I love the kind of sweetness that comes from the paste, and also a bit of color. A bit of that color that you get comes from the tomato paste, because ideally if you add tomato paste to a stew, it also gives it some rich color. So he's gonna do without, I'm gonna do it, and then we see how that
There
goes.
are very many versions of doing things.
But the raw nyanyas, I wouldn't recommend.
I wouldn't recommend.
There's some sourness that comes from
You
the
need
tomatoes
to
that.
really cook them.
But then again, like I keep saying, there's no recipe casting. So if you use nyanyas and that's how you like it, feel free to go ahead. But like I said, what I'm teaching is the most basic pilau recipe. After that, you can now, adjust to suit your
Mine is
liking.
Jessica.
Milka Wanjiko is asking, which spices do you put when boiling the meat before frying it?
I boiled it with salt, garlic, and some bit of the pilau masala. And I explained the reason. If you can, when you're watching the video, after it ends, you can watch from the beginning so you can get the explanation I gave, because I don't want to keep saying the same thing. But yeah, that's it. You can go crazy and season it the way you want to, or you can just do basic water and a bit of salt, because I also hate to taste nyama that is not being salted when you're boiling it. So always add some dogo salt when you're boiling it, just to bring out some flavor. So our kitungu is doing beautiful.
So Sandra Ndeki says, from today, no Jerry. Aki, you people are racist. Mbona mpendi pilau Jerry?
Aisha.
Pilau Aisha is better than pilau Jerry.
So,
For us women, should we give the middle name now? Because
Mohana Kama.
ati pilau Mohana, pilau Kama.
Pilau Mohana Motisi.
Ama pilau Njoro.
No. Actually, Njoro and Jerry, they're kind of right.
Christian is also asking, do you use ground spices or whole spices?
Now, I know there's a big war when it comes to chefs and they're discussing about the whole and ground spices versus the other. Personally, I always do ground, because I hate, and I've said this, remember that time we were having that discussion? I hate biting into, you're eating and kidogo you go into
Kuna mtu alisema,
some cinnamon.
but funny thing, personally, me, I like it that with whole spices. But kuna mtu alisema huwa apende, especially cinnamon, ati unakuwa hoteli unakula alafu boom, uko na kabati kwa mdomo.
I hate. So what I do sometimes when I'm doing curries, like chicken curry, and I have to use the whole spices and I want it that way, I usually put them in the oil, and then after they are roasted, I remove them. Like now, the mafta will have gotten the flavor of black pepper, the cumin seeds, and the cinnamon and all that, and then azitoa. So if you're like me and you don't want to bite into that goodness, except you don't want it so good in your mouth at that point, you can grind them. Like this is my pilau masala, guys. Get it. And the minute I opened it, you can tell the whole room. Wow, so I do like pilau. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna use. It gives the color also, and of course you get all the flavor.
So there is Joha Mulandi who says, at this point I usually add my raw viungo, goes well with the oil and onions in bringing the smell. I've noticed you've put none at this point.
Yes. See, we are all doing different ways of doing your pilau. I don't do it at this point. When I'm not doing the meat, I usually add at this point here. But when I'm cooking with the meat and potatoes, I do it completely different. So let's see how that goes. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just a different way of doing it.
Someone is asking, is it a must you boil the meat?
No. If you get a tender cut.
See, like her, she pre-boiled the meat. Maybe I'm yet even to start, and I will not boil mine. I'll cook through the process.
Yeah, you can.
So but if you know how to pick meat, I think I should do that, because I'm really a meat person. Different parts of the cow have different toughness or tenderness levels.
Okay, speak up.
Oh, nasema different parts of different animals. The nyama huwa iko tough ama tender in different proportions. Utakuta there are parts that are very soft, there are parts that are very hard. Meaning, there are parts that are very hard. So kama hapa kwa paja. huo ni ngumu sana. It's usually very tough. So depending na ile kati yenye umepata, si lazima uchemshe. Lakini if you doubt and if you do not want to serve pilau with very hard nyama, it is very advisable. It will be advisable for you to pre-boil like Mamake Bobo has done
More
here.
masala. I guess coming and you want to go home with some.
My fans wanasema they can't hear a thing.
Seriously,
How?
come and
You're
do
shouting.
Volume.
Scream, stop shouting then.
That's us.
Koi says we should call it Pilau Shoba.
Which one? The Swahili
The one that we're
The
naming.
Aisha.
Yeah.
But I don't. Wait, is that the good one or the bad one?
It's actually named so sweet, but the good one. It's a
The good one. Foul. Wait, I take that.
No, my eyes.
It's not bad, it's just different.
It's nice.
Pilau njeri matters.
No.
All pilaus matter.
Still bad.
No, they don't. Pilonjeri has no rights. Pilonjeri should be kicked out.
It's Mashakura.
It's Mashakura. You don't want Mashakura.
So I like when I'm doing my recipes, I like to share the most basic of things. So even if I used something like filet, I'll still try to boil it just so I can communicate the message, because I don't want you to do something for a minute or two and tell you if you go and buy whatever cut, you're gonna get the same results. It doesn't happen like that. So usually if you're just going to your butcherman, kawaida, you're buying nyama, mostly they'll sell you something close to a muscle, and that's one way of telling whether the meat is going to be tough or not. Kama ni mkono, kitu natumika sana, kama ni mguu ya ng'ombe inatembea sana, it's definitely going to be tough because of that, workout. But anything belly
Anything belly
that's
is very
softer.
soft. It's usually very soft.
So now, here we go. I'm loving my onions. Sasa, I've also had people saying that, oh, you have to burn the onions to get the color. You don't want to get heartburn and food poisoning because of doing some acrobats in the kitchen that are not necessary, yeah?
Salimiki is asking how many saumu did you put?
I didn't count, but for a kilo, usually you can do the whole head.
A kilo of rice.
Yeah. They pair, everything pairs. A kilo of rice, a kilo of nyama, a kilo of potatoes. If you want it to be perfectly balanced. Yeah, that's what I do. So if you do half kilo of nyama, half kilo of rice, half kilo of potatoes. So my ninis are properly done right now. What on up close?
What on up close, but wanasema
When you
sauti ni
put
baya.
closer, the steam is going to make it blind.
Shoba unadu?
Check.
I'm cutting onions for my pilau I shall be cooking. So just dice them. Na huyo amekata kistingo. Hey, hapa na komita kwa maneno. Hapa.
Focus, people. Here.
I will not let you
This
go
is
easy.
now perfection. Can you see that? You want them that nice brownish color. Here is an important step to note. And I've said this before in our previous videos. Every time you have nyama and you karanga your onions, the next thing to go in should be the nyama, just so they can have the fried flavor.
Hey.
So I'm going to
Did you guys think the sound problem happened to the makeup? What? So we were not told questions about the sound.
About sound?
Yeah. Do you have also questions about sound?
They were at the beginning, not now.
Ruby, can you hear?
Hello?
Ruby Nguma. Unaweza sikia?
It's sounding okay from your end. Can you check from outside?
Mwambie get the volume. Maybe the problem is in the earphones. Just a minute.
Snap, crackle, pop.
So literally what you're doing at this point is just getting the meat to taste like in a karangwa, because it's just boiled.
What? I'm not that audible. I think maybe because I'm facing this side.
Anasikia aibu.
Okay guys are saying that now sound iko sawa. I've not changed anything. So mimi nadhani kuna uchawi inaendelea mahali.
These are coming this way. Kuna nyuki zinaelekea huko. So after nimeadd nyama, I was just korogaing for a minute so nothing sticks sama kitunguu ingue zaidi. So once that is done, I'm gonna put in the where are the
Shoba, how many onions?
Two big ones and one small one. But personally, I love a lot of onions because, like Lona has said, some people say that you have to like cook or whatever because of the color. I'm one of the people who actually gets the color from the onions. So for me, it is more about more onions. For her, it is more about, she has shared what her meal is about. So me, I've just done two big onions and two big this size, na moja this size.
Aya, Mamake Bobo. There is someone here is saying, hapo ule jamaa alikuwa anaongea juu ya nyama. Alikuwa anasema, okay, Martin Corey anasema nyama ya pilau inafaa kuwa in small pieces. Response. What do you think?
I'll have to say I've never had any attribution to pilau kwa nyama dogo or kubwa there's a problem. So just do what you like. Maybe I like mine to be a little big. See? Like that. So when I go to buy for pilau, and another thing, when I'm doing pilau, I have to buy fatty meat. Easy ndo nyama tamu kwa pilau. The fat renders, it continues cooking, frying itself. Hata nishaanza kumwaga mate by the way. Let me stop. So now, at this point, what I'm going to do, after it's dry, so I'm kind of trying to coat the potatoes with also the goodness of the meat and the kitunguu. I'm going to add kidogo water, a few tablespoons, like say like 4 or 5. One bowl.
Meanwhile, watu wanataka wachotewe nyama.
Shikeni.
Shika nyama ya kuonja. Chukua.
There is a karibuni. So what I'm going to do, and the reason I'm doing it, I like to give reasons. Even if you don't remember what I did, you can remember the reason. Then you'll be able to remember the step to do. I'm adding, unaona hiyo glass ndogo na maji kidogo hivyo. Unaona vile mebaki from here to here. Very little. What I'm doing at this point ni kupatia hizi waru a head start to start cooking. Because if I just go ahead and cook directly, mchele itaiva kama waru bado ziko raw ndani. So a very very small head start, and I'll show you how to check whether ziko sawa or not. So I'm going to cover.
Hii pilau yako yenye kuna waru watu wanauliza mbona unaongeza waru.
My friend, in the coast, that's how they do it.
Makes it so much better.
That's how they do it.
It's the same reason people ask us why we eat pilau with
bananas.
Yes, it just makes everything. It brings everything together.
Oh, is that why there's bananas over there?
Yeah, that's why I have bananas.
Yes, that's why I have bananas over there.
Do kachumbari.
Alafu Sandra ndiye pole. Alikuwa anauliza anangoja type ya sufuria yake kwa sababu zenye alinunua zinaungua. Type ya sufuria yenye unatumia. Which type of sufuria is this?
Prestige, you have not.
It says red berry.
Red berry. I have some prestige ones and they're really good, so you can try.
Red berry. Sorry, inasema red berry.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Mamake Bobo ulikuwa unasema unatumia gani?
Si yangu. I just prefer the prestige ones, but here in Goa, it's red berry. I wasn't even sure because I have another one that's prestige. But yeah.
Okay. But history
but you know, I don't want to sound like atiambujia manini. If you ever get non-stick zaifutano, they're not. They're just coated with something and a few washes and it's off. If you want non-stick, you have to invest. You have to buy from at least 19,000 upwards. No, it's a set. It's not one. Gosh.
Sufuria 19,000.
No, they come like a set of 8 with a pan. Ukipata unapata 12 items and the different sizes, and you will never buy sufurias for the next like 20 or 30 years. I mean, it's a good investment. It is. But then it's so good that they make a bad. No, but you know, once you buy many different sizes and the longevity of it, you will not buy sufurias in the next 10 or 15 years or 20 years. Actually, I know someone mwenye mkonazo tangu very many years ago, like maybe 17 or so. Hizi za sahi, they look pretty, but after a month or two, ushaanza kubambuka ndani. So you decide what works.
Shoba, how many cloves?
Cloves with garlic, honestly, I really do not know.
Go
crazy with garlic. With pilau, there's nothing like excessive garlic. It's the same way with ice cream. No, the same way. You see, that's the reason why it's cooked. You cook it enough so that you do not have the garlic. It's the same thing. You can never ruin pilau with too much garlic. Same way you can never ruin ice cream with too much sprinkles and It seems true.
Hapo umenana.
Our relationship with too much Nuki.
Yes!
I don't know you.
Sandra Njeki anasema ati thanks, no wonder I bought mine 6K, but frustration is real.
See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Msione ati mtu anasema just to sound like ati no, not really, by the way. Jikaze funga macho one of these days and buy, you spend like 24K and get a set, and I'm telling you for the next 15 years, hakuna kuosha vyombo, I mean, hakuna kusuga sufuria, you know, I mean the non-stick, and can I say something that usually umichuna nikisema non-stick inaungwanga na swag. So even if you burn food in a non-stick, bado ni tamu, as in si kama
Expensive food.
Yes.
it's actually nice.
Actually, the really good non-sticks, a really good non-stick is really normally usually very good. That hata ka uko na klandi amekukwamilia, ukimwekelea non-stick ata slide off.
Yes. So if there are those people that eka something on the fire and then when they watch TV, please invest in good non-stick. Hata food ikingua, now let me show you. Let me show you my magic. I hope that the cameras are on, they are good. One of these. I like to check the level of what is translucent and what is still a block white. You know, like katikati, it tells you it's not cooked that part. But you see this translucent bit and you round from the outer. You can literally tell how far a potato is cooked based on that. So you have to check. So say these were cooked. It's just a small bit that is not cooked. I've already given it enough head start.
And they are trying to get simu.
I thought when it's on don't disturb.
I thought you.
It is. It's on. Yeah.
Oh, maybe you have a fire.
Betty, for one of the countries, but I'll call you when I'm done. So, guys, I'm done.
Michelle says, Shoba, I remember you made me pilau once.
Oh,
Michelle, yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Ati get serious and professional. Wapi chef hats. Wapi chef hats.
No.
Let me just say
So,
this. Because we are at a flip out.
Yeah, that
Let me
thing
just
really
say
gets
this.
me.
History of chef hats, it is not necessary.
It's not a thing, is
It's
it?
not a thing. You never see Chef Ramsay or Jamie Oliver or
What
this
network?
South African whatever is lady doing chef hats or whatever.
Which one?
Unless
Somtongana?
Ziba.
Oh,
yes, you never see them. You never
Nobody
see them doing
does.
chef hats.
This is
Unless
things
you
people are putting their
cooking,
head, I told you
especially you
how
have to do chef hats. In my house, I don't do chef hats. In her house, she never does chef hats.
Nobody does.
No one, you don't even have a chef house, a chef hat in your house. So please,
keep those-
tuachane hiyo story ya chef hat kabisa.
Please watch
Yes,
the
please.
process.
Tusi tunapika kuonyesha. Chef hat.
Here we go. Now, what I'm going to do next is where the lady was asking. So at this point is where I do my spices. And don't get me wrong, I will still let them cook properly. So they won't be raw because they'll fry in the mafuta. So it's more or less the same thing, but I'm delaying my process for reasons best known to me. I'm looking for a spoon.
Shoba,
Yeah.
Connie, what time are you going to start cooking your pilau?
Me, right now, I just want to finish dicing this.
What else are you cutting after garlic?
Just that, garlic. And the reason why I'm doing lots of garlic is I want to cook lots of rice, like 2 kilos.
Kuna
Rice.
take away, eh?
Of course,
Ndio.
you will.
Sawa.
That's the whole point.
Here we go. So if you're using my brand of pilau masala, for a kilo, you do a heaped tablespoon like that, na nusu. And then for any other kg after, you do half a spoon. So the first base one, the 1.5. After that, every other kilo, unaongeza 2 nusu. So if I was doing 2 kilos and I've added 2 tablespoons, if I was doing 3, that would be 2.5. I hope that's clear because mine is very, very strong. Nasikia, I have to keep it covered otherwise. Kuna bomba.
This is the pilau masala that you make.
Yeah.
And so, okay.
Yeah,
Someone is asking, I need spices. Mamake Bobo,
you
I
can
need
start
spices.
with this one, ya Mamake Bobo. Mamake
Apate
Bobo's
wapi?
pilau masala.
Yeah. I will share contact of where you can collect in town, CBD.
Put it the link below.
The link,
Just
yay!
for the link down here.
I'll just do. Yeah, we don't have that magic lot yet.
Shoba, you're being asked why you aren't crying from all those onions.
Because these onions may dry.
He's a ninja.
He's a ninja. One, I'm a kitchen ninja. The onions are the ones that are crying if you look really closely.
Let's check.
See? They're crying!
So here's the thing, I'm gonna let this cook mpaka dry. Ikianza kupika inashika chini, I'll add tomato paste, a tablespoon, just to help it ease up by adding some moisture. But what I'm doing right now is waiting for the pilau masala to fry in the oil. So it's still the same process the lady was talking about, but if I had done it at that point, ingesti kwa chini ya sufuria, that such that if I put the nyama and the potatoes after, it would have been a messy affair. So if you're not adding, like I said, when I'm doing catering pilau, and I'm not adding the nyama or the potatoes, I usually add the spices at that point so they can fry together with the onion. But this is a bit different, so this is how we do.
It's from Asharia. I've used and still use your pilau masala and it's awesome.
Oh, thank you. Guys, if you guys use this, you can share your feedback. I'm not afraid of, feedback. So let me know, let others know. And support local things, so now paste. Tomato paste. To some people this is very optional, to me it's not.
You have to put tomato paste for you.
Yeah, for me I have to, because there's a way I like my pilau tasting, and it's not too much, just 1 tablespoon. And then for me the whatever it adds is invaluable. I don't want to, if I don't have in the house, there's a pikabila, but if I have and I'm prepared, this is exactly how I want my pilau. Niwaambie siri. Sometimes when I'm cooking for people and I get tired katikati, I serve this. It's very nice. Very, very, very nice.
Actually, when you get tired.
Sometimes I'm like, sorry, nimebamba mimi niko jikoni.
Acha tu confirm kama ni.
Unaekanga tu hivyo.
Mimi nataka kuonja. Niambie hawa watu inakaa.
Just give me a second for the paste to cook.
Okay.
But imagine this is an awesome beef fry. Just don't do the potatoes and then you serve.
Oh, don't do the potatoes?
Because they won't have cooked through at this point. But usually, I serve this as my beef fry in the house with some sima and kachumbari.
What cuts did you take when you were cutting the meat? Which one did you choose?
No, sibeli.
Okay. Pal Mumbi says, wait for us.
Yes, Pal.
Agunga.
Pal. Hey!
On
Wayaki, you get off at James Kishuru Junction, and then just walk on James Kishuru like 200-300 meters.
Salt.
500 meters. Yeah, she's better.
Exactly 500 meters.
500 meters on your right, utaona magari tu zimepakiwa huko nje zimeandikwa pneumatic.
I hope you're
pneumatic eco kitchens. Yes. Just walk in.
My portions nakwanga najua, because I do pilau a lot. When I do half a kg of, like I said, rice, potatoes and nyama should be the same. I usually do 1 tablespoon of salt, perfection. So when I'm doing double of that, which is now a kg, I do 1.5 tablespoons. That's what I've done. I do not think at all that I'll have to edit the salt here. But since we all like different amounts of salt, feel free to adjust to suit you. Sasa, I'm about to add the water, alafu rice, and then we get to shoba sinyo.
Me, I think I'll just whatever and leave whatever browning. So, with me, I'm going to do things just a little bit different.
You guys aren't into tea measuring.
No,
you just pour until it feels right.
That's a problem. No, that's a problem. I think we're used to these cookings so much that we're used to eyeballing the measurements. So we usually have by the way, if you find most of us people who've been in the kitchen for quite some time, utakuta ukiuliza mtu, and that's why people always complaining, shoba tupe recipe. It's siati sitaki. I just don't have actual measurements. I could come up with them, but sometimes it's just too much work. Anyway, so mafuta, and then I have my onions over here. Add my onions. Yeah, we shall give the need. Your Mamake Bobo aside.
Guys, tag what you are doing. You like to see
How can
love,
any
you
question?
know,
Feel free to ask.
love to cook, know how to cook. You will start up. Trying to get a better Nini? Pilau. What do you mean? Pilau na kasina ile ya pikwa.
Ana nyama.
Oh,
And it is delicious.
Kuna mtu aliniuliza last week. Mbona vanga pete na aja hiyo na harusi.
Acha nione hiyo pete. Harusi ni lini?
Harusi?
please jivuta.
I'm concentrating on the food. Let's focus on the food. Lakini iko ntaita.
Na nitapika mie.
Of course. So I'll just let that brown a little bit and then we shall get back. So in case you wanna swali or anything, feel free to ask.
Someone has said, "Wait, Mamake Bobo's ringtone." I just realized I'm so old. I saw that soap years ago.
Me too, but I'm also old. I just like it. I think it kind of takes me back to those days when I was happy.
Can you put spices kwa kitungu before adding nyama?
She does not. I do it.
Okay.
So on how she has done hers, you can, after we are done, you can keep on. You can, because you're doing both, huh? So you just look at how she does hers. I'll be showing how I do mine, because I think it's a little bit different, but end result muhimu.
Sasa, just a quick menu here. In the maji, you have to measure your rice, so you know how much water you need. So for pilau, it has to be 1:2. And I know I've also advocated for 1 to 1.5 ratio, 1 to 1.75, but for pilau, because you need the potatoes to cook, and the same water is the same water that is cooking the rice. Yeah. So the potatoes will absorb some of the water, and the rice will cook the rest. So if you do less, you'll end up with some, rice with a bite.
Yeah.
If that's how you like it, sure, but the way I like mine, it has to cook properly. And now that I've added water, I'm going to cover this and let it come to a boil. Some people add rice at this point, but
which I do.
nice.
Why do I feel like I'm under attack with everything?
It's true, you're under attack.
Actually, you can do that, but then you reduce the amount of
Yes.
water. Otherwise, you will end up with you see, when you're not doing the potatoes, it's tricky. That's why I'm saying you have to learn what you're doing. If you don't have the potatoes, you can add the water right now and you can add the rice right now and reduce the water, but when the potatoes involved, it's a bit tricky.
You have to add more water.
Ushoba, you adding potatoes to yours?
Yes, I shall.
Okay, then we'll see both.
We'll
and
see how that
what works. But if you're going to follow my Nini, I suggest you follow it to the T. You will get awesome results. And in case you're feeling like, oh, there is a lot of shoba and nini, you can also go to my YouTube channel, Mamake Bobo Jikoni, and see the same recipe. It's edited to about 7 minutes. Follow it and let me know how you feel. I'm going to wash my rice. Yeah, I'm those people that wash rice.
Yes, of course.
No, a lot of people say they don't. They even
What do you mean?
I do.
You have to.
I know how to wash.
How will you tell if it's Chinese rice if you don't wash it?
I used to see the things rice is done when it's
exactly.
No, thank you. I'm gonna wash my rice any day.
Someone is saying they fura all the time.
What furas?
Pilau. They get gas.
They get gas.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the spices.
Don't add boiled water because you'll have cut the time the potatoes are supposed to cook. You see now, by the time the water is heating up, the temperature in a pan, to boil, my piazzi is already cooking.
Probably because if it's something that you eat out, probably it's because the spices are undercooked. If you undercook your spices, you'll always have issues. That is why there's a day when we were doing watu wakisema wao hakuli spices. So tukasema we shall not mention names of the companies, but the spices have to be cooked. That is why I'm always against when you go to the kitchens and unapata like mtu ashaeka maji and everything. That's when we want to add the spices. You don't do it that way. The spice is very raw, so you have to cook it first.
Oleweru is saying whenever I cook rice, hata nikipima hiyo maji lazima itoke kama ugali.
She does not understand her rice. rice, lazima uwe na relationship. Now that's why I use the same brand of rice all the time. We share it together, I can cook it literally from macho.
Yeah.
If you do it today, imetoka kama maybe you did a ratio of 1:2 kama customer. What do you do the next time? You adjust
You
water a
reduce,
little bit, and then you see up to a point utalan. Pengine your restaurant it's made to cook in 1.5.
Yes.
You know, the ratio of mud to rice. So you have to learn your rice. If you wanna pure umefanya 1:2 na bado itaiva, then you
Next
do
time
more.
una reduce
So learn the brand properly and
margin. Then you stick with one brand.
So you're being asked what is the best brand for pilau for rice?
I can't
Which,
say,
well, we
I'll
cannot
tell
say
you.
that right now.
Wakauliza kwa inbox.
What I can say though, for pilau, in my opinion, pilau, biryani, go for long grain. For any rice that you're going to serve with a spicy serving, like the stew or pilau that is going now to have to add spices to eat, go for long grain. They don't taste much, but they look beautiful. And then since you're already adding spices either way, take a rice that is not
It's
sweet
not
already.
aromatic,
If you're going to
really
do something like, let's say, rice na maziwa mala, do pishori, because it's already tamu on its own, then you're not going to alterate it with spices, yeah? So for pilau, we always go for long grain. I think see tamu, like my mom said, why do you like that rice that is not tamu? But since I do a lot of spicy food, it tones down
Yes.
the balance.
Someone
Then
is also asking, what are the best spices? Where do you get the best spices?
Depends with what spices, but most of us, senior to we like
DIY.
fresh. Yes, we do it ourselves. So personally, maybe I go to the spice market. I go and market huko kuna spice market. I actually go and buy spices and I buy them in small ratios so that I can always have a fresh batch. I can always get a fresh batch. Yeah.
And the difference is that big?
Yes, it is very, very big. You see, the spices, because you see, like what Mamake Bobo's pilau masala is very, very good. It's very aromatic. You can smell it. You know, you can feel it in the food. Simply because she used her own combinations. So you can choose the freshness levels. Because believe you me, some people in business always want to make a good profit margin. So they will go for the inferior spices and try to push it off as pilau masala or as garam masala. But garam masala mostly, because it's not a common spice, utakuta sana sana iko poa. Pilau masala is where the problem is. Guys have discovered there's too much market for pilau masala, so they want to undercut on the quality and sell the whatever, and sell a bad quality whatever.
You're being asked, do you guys make house calls?
Yeah, we do.
Yes, actually someone just asked me on my DM that how if she's interested in cooking classes. Yeah, so we shall think about that. But we can do a Saturday or
For the
not this Saturday.
for the
of
regular
course.
mananchi like me, you get them from the supermarket.
Yeah.
Two types of spices. For the dried packed ones, I get from the supermarket. I love nakumat, but now that it's gone, I have to do kafu. So you just go there and pick, let's say, kutuka garam masala, turmeric, nani, you want turmeric ground and nini. You pick from the supermarket. But when I'm doing stews and my own food, I'll go get rosemary from the market, thyme, you know, the lime and the herbs, the chai, what are they called?
Timasala.
Lemongrass and all these herbs you can get fresh from the supermarket.
Yes.
But if you want the ground dried ones, but don't buy dried rosemary unless unashuka kwa msitu. And actually kama unashuka msitu panda tu hapo.
It grows very fast.
Yeah.
Grows very,
But yeah,
very
you
fast.
don't feel guilty. Go to the supermarket, get the spices. And please, I don't want to hear one more person say I don't eat spices. Both. If you combine spices properly, you will never eat
look
venye
back.
si spice.
Mimi siwezi kula chakula iko spice. Yeah, I
There's
feel
some
insufficient.
beauty that comes with layers and layers and layers of vitamu, and that's what we are doing now. You create those layers for the color.
Shoba, this is your first layer.
Yes, hii ni mafuta tu na kitunguu.
Alafu, what happens?
And then I shall add my garlic. Then I shall add my pilau masala. Then I shall add my meat. Yeah.
And then potatoes?
Yeah, then I'll do the potatoes at that around the same point.
Someone is asking how to prevent the pilau from burning at the base.
See, we are getting there. We'll show. Alafu, may I just say it's so beautiful to cook with such sprays because you can chungulia without opening.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you want to know whether it's boiling, you can just literally check from the top because you don't want the steam and the flavors to
Yes,
disappear.
there are things that ukifungua, you ruin them.
That's true.
Like the other day when we were baking and someone was asking, so when tajuaji came even fungua niangalie.
You have an oven.
Never, you have a see-through glass in the oven. Never open it.
It's called the oven channel. Where
called
you
the
just
oven
sit and
channel.
chungulia, yeah.
You're watching
Never.
Yeah, when people say I'm watching the oven channel because you just sit there watching, waiting for the cake to rise.
If you told me that, I'd think you're watching the TV.
No, it's a joke among bakers. At least me go to watching the oven channel, just waiting for it to rise. So guys, she has something invalid and these people are not listening. She was asking why not add boiled water, and I've seen a lot of people do that. For me, if you ask me, it's a mistake when potatoes are involved because if you cut down the time the potatoes are supposed to cook, you'll end up with big chunks of potatoes that are raw inside. But by the time when the water is heating up, getting to warm, to hot, and then to boiling, the potatoes are already cooked. So when I add rice, as it compete on what is going to cook now, the potatoes are almost there, the rice is now starting to cook. By the time you're done, it's a beautiful harmony. Sasa, because now iko karibu boil. One more thing. For me, it is important to taste the salt. Because if you do not taste the salt at this point and if you do not adjust it, be prepared to eat a bland pilau. So, niliwaambia, me I know my Nakwambia, I do pilau so often, I know when I'm doing a kilo, you know, like what to do. If you try my recipe to the T, eka your salt nimeka alafu niambie 1.5 tablespoons. So now when you add the rice, perfection.
Mudhoni wa Nuru anaambia Shoba, weka kasoda chini buda. Weka kasoda chini. Lakini unajua kuna watu wanaochi kitu na wako kwa ofisi na lunch ilikuwa 3 hours ago. So ebu kwa consider it, ficha kitu na kunywa.
Hiya people, my meat is boiling now. So I'm going to add in the rice. Ndio wali wangu.
Wali, si mchele.
Oh, ni mchele.
At what point does it become wali?
When
it is cooked.
Yes. The difference inaanza kwa mpunga, alafu na kwa mchele, alafu na kwa wali. Like I said the other day, I tried to remember the other word. There's a word kwa kiporo, lakini there's a word for rice that is
Kini Waswahili mnakuanga na shida. Unajua sisi kwetu kitu tunakula. Jina ni ile ile. Kama bado iko high.
But you see, it's the same difference. Why the sinyi mko na tofauti ya nini ya samaki?
But samaki ni samaki hata kama
no, obambla.
Hapana, obambla ni kama imepasuliwa kati.
Exactly.
Si lazima ikuwe
exactly. But imepasuliwa katikati. What makes it different from the normal samaki?
No, it's just a different type of fish.
Tip. When I add rice, I have to koroga. I know a lot of people are told, oh, don't dare touch it. I do. And you know why I do it? If you do not, na umeweka rice yote katikati, you end up with a pile of rice in the middle and everything else huko kando iko tu kando.
Pia manyama utakuta nyama zimeenda sijui wapi.
So you have to mix and make sure it's properly combined. Alafu sasa tufunike wali wetu tungoje uive. So literally me I'm done. Again one more time. If you're not okay with the salt at this point, you can adjust. Beyond this point, wachana nayo.
Ukipita hapo now there is no going back.
Yes.
So my
mimi kama sasa hii nishaomba KCSE ndio nimefanya kama sasa
wangoja matiangi.
Sasa nangoja tu matiangi amue.
So
I can't be held. That's it guys for me.
Over here,
yeah,
I have browned my onions like kabisa. So at this point, before they start, what you say kabla me add my garlic. Add my garlic and let that cook through kidogo.
Hiyo nini haijaungua?
Yeah, kitunguu. Na sasa mimi napata kala nini kutoka kwa kitunguu.
Yeah.
Kala ya most of the color I get.
And by the way, I don't get the obsession with very dark pilau.
Exactly.
There's no
It's not necessary.
There's actually white pilau in Coast and it's
yes,
really yummy.
Yes, and it's also really good. So I'm trying to delay this process kidogo so that you finish that and you The other batch of pilau masala.
No,
No, not that one. The one that
yeah,
it started
I
with that.
wanted to use
Oh,
the tea.
So sijui mtu ako na swali suggestion apart ya kuniambia niachane na soda tusitawaacha. Tunarudisha kitambi, niliambiwa na bei kitambi is important. Love is important, but kitambi na relationship is important. So we are bringing back this thing. Niliulizwa atufanye kitaka pesa ya salon na pia za kuandikishika wapi. So apparently, that's actually very true. Kwa make up pale na bei alafu ladies tip pro tip. Make up pale na bei alafu unataka pesa ya salon. Pana sumbua sasa. Usisumbuke. Wanafanya tu bei hivi kitambi kidogo waambie but you know my hey remember endo niletea wallet yangu hapo.
Willis Mashedi anasema shoba team kitambi. Kitambi. Oh, kitambi.
Monga kaa nani? Metu.
Nani?
Boy child metu mudhe. Yaje dichi.
Lazima what mahali.
Lazima.
Someone is asking, what Mamake Bobo, do you punguza moto at some point?
Yes, I do. The minute the rice floats, the minute chuma na rice meanza kuja juu, that now you can see the rice, the potato, the kanyama, you now reduce because then now it's going to be so hard for the heat to come through without burning the bottom and the top is still neat. Okay, so I'll show that process. In fact, most of the time what I do, I will transfer the boiling nini to a smaller flame like this one and just let it.
Use pole na hiyo steam na nini na moto kidogo. Ukiacha kwa moto mwingi it will always be.
Unanukia brother.
We Andrew Tiga amesema Koi is hungry baba. Fanya mambo 2NK. Tuma kama parcel.
Tunatuma parcel. Anyway, so
Na utume na kutoa.
at this point I add my
Mamake Bobo umesemaje? Hebu rudia. Umesema tishoba like
Bulo.
Mamake Bobo amesemaje?
Guys, I'm a decent person. I'm talking about
Mamake Bobo amesema she likes them big.
The
Potatoes, by the way, we are talking about the potatoes.
No. I don't like the many other way. I am very, very proper, very strict. I don't like the many other way.
And for the guys that are lost, fikeni bana, pilau ndio inaiva na mjafika.
So, Mamake Bobo, this is your spice whatever.
Yeah, that's one.
So, for me, 2 kilos.
Yeah, 2 tablespoons.
So I'll do 2 tablespoons of this pilau masala.
Mamake Bobo pilau masala, by the way. Si pilau masala yote.
See,
I have mine.
pilau mwiru. And the moment you just pop it, I think our audience, the moment you just put it, the smell, you know that fragrance, the aroma.
And you know, the place that I bought, they can tell me, gosh, tangu I bought, my kitchen smells like beautiful smell.
You know, I normally say that in the house, utakuwa na air fresheners na everything. But your kitchen hautaanza kuweka marashi huko. Harufu nzuri ya kitchen huwa inatoka kwa spices, you know, whatever you have in the kitchen. That's why you get all the goodness.
Vanessa Kihonge. Vanessa. Oh, sorry. Amesema ha. Still can't believe this shoba. Shoba, hebu tuambie kuna story gani hapo? Kuna story hapo. What is it that she's not believing? Huh?
So, at that point, after I've cooked my spices for a few, like 2 minutes, at that point I add my nyama.
I'm taking it upon myself to educate all my butcher people that there's a paper actually for this that is foiled on one side and paper on the other. So when you wrap it and give someone, they won't get home with the juices lined with the foil inside. Now, please guys get that for the nyama.
So Shoba, Mamake Bobo put boiled nyama. Umeweka ikiwa raw.
Mimi nimeweka ikiwa raw. Like I said, you see, for me, I guess it's just because I learned how to do it this way, and I find it to save me a lot of time. But I guess nishaeka ngeka na
Shoba umeingiliwa hapa. Haya. Cherotich anauliza, Shoba, you don't boil nyake kwanza?
No, I do not. Sema, there are like different ways of doing things. Boicha ni ninja kitchen.
Na Salimiego anauliza ati au kuosha nyama.
Nyama yosha. Well, you can, especially white meat, but personally,
like under a tap or what?
yes, under running water. Because white meat tends to be very, very sensitive to bacteria. Ukiacha kuku hapa ikiwa warm, in room temperature, and the meat is also normal meat is in room temperature. Ukiacha hapa, you leave them for 8 hours. The chicken will be very highly poisonous, most likely. That is why people get food poisoning from watu wengi wakipata food poisoning kula nini? Biryani ya nini? Fish ama kawaida fish ama kuku. Why? It's because of that meat. It tends to get food spoiled very, very easily.
Shaba, someone is asking, waru haitaiva mbele ya nyama?
Nyama for serious to sit.
Boy child got this.
Yeah,
Boy child got this.
Alafu, what if the meat starts to be hard?
What do you mean the meat starts to be hard?
May I have a pro tip on how to make sure meat is soft? When I say boil, hiyo nyama mlionja hiyo point, it was only cooked for 7 minutes. And it was only cooked for 7 minutes. I don't even add water. Oh, I don't know if it's a boil. It was actually steamed. Naeka kwa nini kwa sufuria na nafunika naeka moto kidogo tu. About 10 minutes. Imagine you can eat that nyama and it's very soft. So hiyo mambo ya kuweka high heat and then you keep adding water, you're just wasting gas. No oil, no nothing. What you compare more nyama, I've learned the hard way. Nyama on low heat, sauteed. Break down properly and sauteed. Unaweka nyama ya ng'ombe to the normal cut in umetumia, and then just cover it and put low heat. 10 minutes later utakuwa unaivuta hivi. But then if you do
nyama only.
Yeah. You can do the deep garlic and the pilau masala and salt peke yake. So sikuongeza maji. After the minutes nitaweka tu kando na butter. If you do a lot of it hardens it, and then it takes a whole other process of breaking it down. It's like pork. You can actually eat pork in Mexico for like 10 minutes. But then if you go beyond 15 minutes, it becomes so hard you have to cook it for like an hour. So there's that chemistry that happens there. So if you want nyama to be nini, always hata usiweke maji, bila tu wakati maji na nyama na nini don't. Just put the nyama only in a sufuria, lower the heat, some salt, cover it. Because the steam also is going to help it soften. 10 minutes and then tell me.
So like even with like sausages and bacon, you can just do like that.
Yeah,
you don't have to deep fry that.
Aya, Shoba, kuna maswali hapa.
Leta.
Ya kwanza ni hiyo story ya kuosha nyama. Unataka kupatia tu kitu ya William Ruto.
I don't believe where your meat came from, because believe you me, I have seen slaughterhouses, and meat can be sometimes very dirty, especially during transportation. Hizi kuku mnakulanga huku, hiyo kuku ikichinjwa zinawekangwa zote zinarushangwa tu mahali hapo, and then utakuta zimechukuliwa zimerushwa kwa magunia, then zimewekwa saa kwa lori before hata ziwekwa kwa ile karatasi. So it can pick a lot of impurities. You see, with cows or with mbuzi, especially mbuzi, with mbuzi, ikichunwa nyama inahangiwa. So it's very, hata ukiangalia utaona ni safi, lakini depends on what your preference is. Like mimi, when you cook it on high heat, or rather,
Aya, Gina Wangeshi says, next teach us to use those spices like Mamake Bobo said. Some spices don't work with others. We need to know ndio tuache history ati hatukuli spices.
Exactly.
Yes.
What's the name?
Anaitwa Gina M Wangeshi.
Gina, I like you. That's true. Now I'm about to open my video. You guys, like I said, this is live, nothing is edited. So tunachungulia. I said earlier, once the rice starts floating and
at that point,
kwanza nasema unazozuru live video, you can actually exactly estimate the minutes that you make, because nothing is edited, and then you cook your rice exactly that long, and then so what I'm going to do, I'm going to koroga. And I know you don't dance, you can. Alafu this is how you koroga pilau. That way you stop. This way you stop. Unaweka kando, unainua kidogo. Unaweka kando, unainua kidogo. Don't koroga like you're cooking sima. At no point will I koroga from the middle. You always do that from the side to side or from side going in like that. Unaona vile nafanya? Hivyo hivyo, hakuna ati so the rice doesn't break, the potatoes don't break, you have to be gentle. So what I do at this point, I have what I call my test. You can watch YouTube, I have done this on YouTube. Unachukua your rice. There are 3 ways of testing, or maybe let me just say to you. Unachukua moja, you press between your fingers like that. So unaona vile it's soft. If you can break it so easily with your fingers, then definitely imeiva. You don't need to cover it. You don't need more heat, or you can actually taste it. Depending on the bite you get, ndio unajua kama utaendelea kutumika au la. If you ever overcook your rice, do not cover it after kutoka moto, because you don't want it to continue cooking. And for me, I can tell if I cover this rice and even switch off the heat, itakuwa imeiva. You know guys, there is nothing that's perfect. Ni unajaribu unaona what rice at this point.
Ikikosa to work the first time, jaribu another day. Jaribu ku adjust it the second time.
Since we have a student here, Wamboi, we can taste and hear. Okay.
Wamboi, tell us.
Because it has like a bite to it, but it's almost cooked. So at this point, I will either lower the heat and kupika, or I can just let it cook on high heat and then cover it in toa. Unaona hii maji kukanda. Mabunga can focus and see the water.
Yes, kuna maji.
Then you know we are ready to switch off the heat. Because when we're so close to being cooked, there's no point for me to lower the heat and then continue cooking pole. Ingekuwa a bit harder, ningelower the heat and then cook pole. But now since it's already cooked and almost, if I lower the heat, it's like overcooking it now. So I'm just gonna continue with that high heat. Hii maji kidogo yenye naona kando, I just cover it and let it chill. 10 minutes later, itakuwa perfect.
Okay, Shoba. Kwako sasa. Nyawira Barua anasema yeah, be generous with those potatoes kwa. Poraros. Kwanza amesema poraros. Poraros.
The potatoes were just a demonstration whatever potatoes, but
yeah, Vanessa Kihonge amesema truly that works good. Baadhi Vanessa tululizwa kama bado uko Kenya ama uko Germany. Hebu tujibu hiyo swali. Hebu tuangalie chakula ya Shoba. Hebu cheki. Unaona hii ya Shoba? Inanukia?
Yep.
Aha. Sawa, na hii ndio progress ya Mamake Bobo.
Chipu yangu ya uhera. Use buzi. Tena ina ng'ombe.
Ati use what?
Buzi is so cooked nice, it tastes better. Ingekuwa ina mbuzi ingekuwa shaiva, ondoka spin. Itachukua kama it is.
yeah, sure.
Ingekuwa mbuzi sasa hivi.
Shoba unatumia?
Ng'ombe.
Unatumia ng'ombe?
Oh, ndio.
Oh.
Meme.
Watu wako moyo.
Lakini ni Shoba uko sure hii siwezi pakua niweke na kaugali. Unajua hizi steps mingi za
Hapo ndio hata makibwa alikuwa sema wakati mwingine ukihost ukifikia hiyo point unasikia uvivu sasa kimeshika hapo mtaani unaambia tu mtu wewe nani ajisikia kaspin sendo unauza fancy pilau tena naambia wewe ndio kaendelea na hiyo pilau kautaweza. Now I talked and forgot.
yeah. Mimi hilo kwa sababu siwezi kujeka tunapika pilau. Naona nyama imefika hivi, nimekula yote.
Instead of lowering, since anyway I'm in the sophisticated kitchen, I'm just going to put it on the low flame for a minute or so.
Shoba oshi kitu. Shoba.
Hii ni ya mabachelor hii.
Hii ni ya mabachelor. Jams are not aware.
Jams are not aware. We only have bees.
Ile chakula tulikula high school ilikuwa worse. Si ndio?
Unajua I was not supposed to do this rice at this moment. Ni vile nimehesabu nikiwa pale then nikikuja hapa nikaongea and now I forgot. Yes.
Haya, maswali za Shoba ziko hapa. Alice Warui. Unajua sijui kusema hiyo kitu na Kikuyu. Haya, Team Live tunataka kuonja pia. Team Live wanataka kwa wewe si member tuko pneumatic si umfike.
Tuko
Haya, Wamboi Njomo. Wamboi Jomo. Anasema Shoba maze kwani the warus umehesabiwa?
The warus ilikuwa tu za exhibition. It was just a by the way.
Unaweka waru ni kama ni chungu.
Part of the deal.
Alafu John Walker hata jina yake shasema Kinaro. Anasema so after eating this pilau is it advisable kupita kwa vaite kushika kilo?
Zaidi. Mama, I don't know what.
Kwanza first of all hebu tuambie kwa vaite ni wapi? Hii vaite mnashika kilo.
Ile tunasemanga understanding.
Mko na understand. Annette Kawira nauliza when are we opening a restaurant?
When are we opening a restaurant? Tell us when you're ready to fund. Hata kesho.
Kwanza kuna comment nyingine nimeona hapa hivi nikaangalia nikasema nafaa kurudi kanisa. Nduta with an H. Wanjuguna. Anasema may those jikos be yours IJN. Unajua nimeangalia IJN nashindwa. Hii IJN ni nini? In Jesus name.
So,
okay, sawa.
Okay, sijapima na kikombe, nimepima na this. I put 4 of these. 4.5 actually. So may I stir that in. But hapa kuna maji bado.
Hapa bado kuna maji.
Just so you know. Bado. Nini?
Mbona hujasha mchele?
Because one, this brand of rice is my first time using it, and I do not know how it will react. Unajua mchele ukiosha ikishika maji it starts softening. Yeah. So I was really skeptical about it, so nikasema let me just try it without washing it. Junaweza ipika, naweza iosha, alafu ianze kuwa ikue mushi sana.
Haya.
Then you put our water.
Umepima maji? Shoba is just redefining the whole cooking experience with the rice.
That's it for the rice.
Yeah. Unapima kwa macho?
6.
No, anapima pale.
Oh. Okay, Shoba, Wamboi Joma amesema personally I do not wash my rice when making pilau. May agree. All the starch
but
in
anyway,
rice.
I guess it's also vile Mamake Bobo amesema, it's always about preference and for her the reason why she washes her rice amesema because she grew up in Mwea, ameona how rice is made. Believe you, if I told you how rice is treated before it is shelled and everything, you'd also like to wash it like every other time. Same way with chicken. Sometimes it's not a very pleasant experience.
It's also bad.
Cherotich Karen Kiki anasema all the starch in rice! Exclamation mark.
What starch?
Does anyone need tutorial on kachumbari really, or we just skip this step?
Wait. Let them decide.
Oh, so no, I've already salted. So nishaeka nimeka ni maji. So you just cover that. Let the magic happen.
All right.
The ninja is up.
Sasa
sasa tuangoja matiangi.
Sasa let me cover mine for maybe about 5 minutes for everything to come together and settle.
Kachumbari by Mamake Bobo coming up.
Easy. Salt your onions with ridiculous amount of salt.
Yes.
Rub until they start. You see, there's no water inside. They start crying.
Yes, itatoa maji.
Mimi ndio ule msee nitaifanya ilie watu. Just give me a second. So when it softens, then now you can add your nyanyas, your acidic element, which in this case I'm going to use lime. Always prefer lime. What when you have vinegar paste, okay? Except the taste is a bit different.
Yes, lime taste.
That's why it's up to kachumbari like, "Hey, mbona yako ni tamu?" I think it's the Nyinyi ndio mnajua timing.
Nyinyi ndio mnajua timing iko karibu.
Ndio hii wageni wamefika ndo hawa.
Na mnaona vile wanakaa.
Ano tunaambiwanga fine girls.
Fine girls. Yeah, fine girls Amit.
Salimianeni.
Hi. Karibuni.
So Mamake Bobo, unasema ati unaweka
just here, just salt only. I said utazinini mpaka zisote and then they start being water.
So what's the point of kuweka chumvi?
Inatoa ukali. Like the difference between having a raw onion na mimi having this is maybe I'll enjoy the experience.
And plus it won't leave you with that onion.
Very oniony, yeah, exactly. So don't add water. Some people soak in water, but then I think it's a longer process. So if you can shorten your time, so like this. I say
That
when
is
you're
what
done.
makes it that.
Now what you do, then you rinse it kabisa, and then now you add your tomatoes, and then now you salt it properly after you add. Yeah, you have to rinse. Ni kama, because I can't use that example because.
Ebu shika squeeze that.
Not even that. The rationale is think of the dirtiest thing you know. Imeshika, let's say a piece of cloth, and then you wash it in a karai, and it keeps saturating the same karai, and then you rinse it. Where it's still going to stink, so you have to rinse it off, probably running water, or you keep changing the water until it's clean. So it's the same thing. If you do not rinse these, ukaliota tu kwa hapo ndani bado, the too much salt is still in there, so literally you've done nothing. So you have to rinse it mpaka ikue. Now uonje, guys, taste your
when
food.
if you guys watched the last week's Nini when we were doing matumbo, you could see that she rinsed it like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
Kutoa hiyo chumvi and everything, yeah.
And
That's
matumbo.
yes.
So if you don't have running water, which is okay. You're just gonna rinse these 2 times to just get rid of the excess salt. And then you can
People are asking if they can get your pilau masala in Germany, class 49.
Where?
Germany.
Germany. Yeah, there's a lady. I'll tell them. So that's which one. I'll tell them. Yeah. I have someone in the States that sells it, and I have someone in Canada, and I have one.
International.
Even the onions, I mean.
Onekanga hivyo.
Okay, kula hivyo naona kula hadi kinuka mdomo.
Exactly. You put salt. You put salt and then unazi squeeze, you rub it in paka itoe hiyo maji and then sasa una rinse.
I've seen people do.
Give me the onions, not the nyama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't go for the super ripe ones.
You see, now you're assuming everyone knows again.
Oh, the cats. Okay, now I'm going to really just so Julian. Unakata tu strips tu refu hivi. You see those kachumbari of nini, but usually you have to pour the middle. But sasa ni kama hivi. Usiona kachumbari zenye zaka hivi. This is Julian's touch. Hivi. You can do that if you like. Unaona vile zinakaa. Like I have a salad, they call sweet salad, everything is Julian and it's very, very nice. And alternatively, and then see that half moon. No. Okay. I'm just completing the Julian one. Half moon is just literally getting a full and you have it and then let me show you.
Show us. The tomato iko hapa. Show us. Show the tomato. We are talking about the tomato.
You have it. And then bado unainamisha unakata. This is literally like how a half moon looks like.
Yeah.
Yes. Sasa when you want kachumbari toshe watu, this is what I recommend.
Yes,
the small cubes,
inatokanga nini sana.
Mingi. So even those people are mayai. Sometimes I wish I can just stop and tell them you're wasting too many nyanya. But yeah. You see hii ni nusu moja. If someone served you this with a full nini unaona ikiwa mob. But kama tumekata kidogo hivyo takuweka a whole tablespoon which could be a whole nyanya.
Yeah.
Actually, the people from my eye.
The roadside eggs. Yeah, the ones that are served with kachumbari you did not want you.
Bougie kids.
I know, right?
Bougie kids of Loa. Ati nisema kwenye ni wapi? Lomuthaiga. Ama kuitanga. Lomuthaiga ni hapa kunaitwa nini? No.
What do you call this? No,
what do you call this place? Roysambu is Loa Muthaiga.
It is?
Yes, it is. Hapo Muthaiga ndio Runda. Yes. Exactly.
Me I live in Elwarunda.
That's Raka.
Na hata si Raka naishi Loaraka.
Loaraka. No, we were to go to
You. I called you.
No, he wasn't aware, but I'll take the blame because I was supposed to confirm the kitchen. Then I did late sikumwambia.
I have been absolved. Mba pilau imefika Australia pia.
This Pilau then I go.
You're like me, kwenye nimeamua kufanya kitu I don't care.
Sasa
Do it. Otherwise I'm like no, I will do it. I decided I'm going to do it, I'll do it.
by the way, mnaona hiyo story watu walikuwa wamesema ati sijui
Umeshafika mahali.
Nasema niko hapo mahali.
it's
But it smells delicious, man.
bado ndio inaanza kuboil.
Alafu sasa unajua huko tulikuwa tunauliza sufuria za nini? Sufuria za sufuria.
Ndio inaanza. Hii inaitwa a lion day. Zinaambia hizi ni za mabachelor hizi. Hii sufuria yangu inaitwa a lion day. A lion king.
Can we check on mine?
Yes, I think yours.
Kama ni aibu. Hakuna sahani kuna vijiko tu. Sasa again, guys, I hope by now tushaelewana. This is how you stir your pilau. See the color is deepening. Hii ni live, hakuna kitu imeeditiwa, hakuna color imewekwa,
hakuna food color, hakuna soy sauce.
Hakuna soy sauce imewekwa, nothing. Proper kilo of pilau. This can serve. So what we do soy sauce to get
what
the
we
color.
soy sauce to pata the dark color.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying you can still get it without without doing.
But you know you're doing from the middle.
From the what?
You said you don't do from the middle.
No. I say either side to side like this or side to middle, but never from the middle.
Okay.
It helps a lot.
There we go. Umeambiwa nice.
Nice.
Imeweza Saidi.
Alafu, here's the thing. Hata kana YouTube video yangu I like to brag about that. They are my potatoes. See, they are cooked through and I serve it kitu eleweki.
It is survived.
Let me yeah, it survived. Alafu.
Yeah.
Somebody else girl child
Keep talking. I'm not even done yet.
So that's what I was saying. If you had added hot water immediately, the others zingepikika, but you see now they are together and zimeiva kabisa properly. There, people, we are ready to eat. Mimi, who are here already. Kuna masala kwa house.
My minions are dancing already.
Do you usually add things like cashew nuts and things like that?
To pilau? No, I don't. To pilau hapana. To vegetable rice, I want to actually do a book on rice only. I can do like 30 different types of vegetable rice, but pilau, what
about raisins?
I do now for vegetable rice. I do raisins. I do salt. I do more.
Which is really weird because I never do vegetable rice. You should teach me how to do vegetable
We have like 30 different types of
I just do nyama.
Mimi
nyama.
Cinnamon
Mbuzi,
rice,
ng'ombe, chicken, mutton, kitu yote. Yes, and my chicken is very good.
You want to toast?
I feel like you're nagging me.
Onions.
Yeah.
You had
Naona vile wali imetoka moja. Ninataka huyu ameiba.
Sorry.
Yangu imeibiwa ni kingine kadoti.
Unapenda nyama mafuta?
Ya mafuta napenda.
Hapa siwezi jishuka hata for a second.
Hii nini nakula?
Sema.
Lakini ina
Akisema ngoja mkono imechoka.
Ndio kitu kimechoma man.
Najipenda. Actually,
what do you mean? Umekula matumbo yenyewe nani amepika? Hai.
I didn't make you matumbo.
No, you promised me.
I will make you matumbo usijali.
Haya. Tunataka kuona reaction.
Pilipili.
Yes.
Oh, you loved it by the way.
Oh my God.
I take with this one.
Yeah.
Pilipili.
Oh, Mamma Mia.
Can I be your friend?
Baba Bobo, sina mmoja kwa hiyo bedroom yangu.
Ngoja kachumbari.
Ona uchoyo. Ona uchoyo.
Oh no.
Let me see your
Eke amate.
Yes, I wanted to see that.
It's good. When you see that face, you know it's good. Twak. Amekuleteaga umsugulia.
There's a civil war.
It's a civil war.
World War 3.
I was selling my recipe books at 100
And then
books, so if
wali.
the one that has the DD, the pilau, alafu watu wapike alongside what I'm describing, what I'm doing. I hope there's at least one person mwenye amepika na mimi. I want to know what they're saying. You can Mambo, you check if there are any comments. I want to know if there's someone who's trying.
Someone is asking hii recipe gani?
Guys, if you like my pilau, I was selling the book one, which has 2 pilau recipes at 100 bob. Get
Does
out.
anyone know how this pilipili ya kukangwa tastes? Really?
It tastes really good, eh?
She took my one
I
yama.
pack
my one
it
yama,
and sell.
bana. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know your customer.
I would like to make a request.
I would like to make a request.
Someone over here took my only yama.
Come on, in Ethiopia, you don't have to go.
Ethiopia is right there.
Now, I should do guys cook for you by Zippy.
Chatuone.
Amitaenda kwenu.
Oh. Aya. Sit.
Shabaha.
Chatuone.
Lion King.
Yes. A lion day.
A lion day is open.
A lion day is open.
Wewe wacha wizi wewe. Oh, I love that.
Iyo.
Hakuna room ya kujishuku hapo.
Yeah, me too.
Ah? That's the whole point. You should have nyama in every bite. That's the whole point. Actually, hata you uliza Mamake Bobo, sisi ratio yetu ya pilau ni 1 kilo of nyama to 1 kilo of rice.
Yes.
Yes.
By the way,
If I'm
sipendi pilau yenye unaweka nyama inaonekana.
Nyama inaonekana
Moja huko,
huko.
moja huko. No.
bas.
Nyama should be really visible everywhere.
Pilau ni nyama.
Like that.
Pilau ni nyama.
So,
Pilau ni nyama.
koroga
Sasa
kidogo.
tunatafuta
so
nyama
that
kama unatafuta
hizo
kula.
nyama ziende chini.
Hii ni pilau ambayo ina nyama na si mbaya pia.
Yeah, by the way,
Ziko na hizo spices
we
zote.
are going to cover that in sugar.
So you mean there is something like a vegetarian nyama?
There is vegetable nyama.
Vegetarian pilau.
Yes, vegetable pilau is there. Vegetable pilau is actually there, and you it does not. Usiende please.
Niseme bado. But yenye nimeenda ziko na nyama.
It's yummy.
Abigail utakuwa umeshiba by the time tuna.
And she's hiding it.
Temkula.
By the way, acha nikuulize Shoba. Mimi unajua nikiangalia hii team hapa.
Fine girls.
Fine girls tu.
Watu walikuwa sijua.
Hauko unaitisha baboy?
Ai, waliokota block jambo.
Aliambiwa kwa comment ati ni fine girls ndo wanakuja hapa ukitaka.
Actually inakuanga tunakuanga very transparent kama nilikuwa nisema ABC alafu nikakumbuka. Yes, but normally it's open by the way, very open. The people who commented, who asked me, they told me that they wanted to come. Nili comment, I slid in your DMs, nikawapatia location. So yeah, it's basically very free.
Kwa sure.
Yeah.
Una sound kama Chebukati.
Aje sasa.
Unatupanga lip service.
We have found the guest to be culpable. But kitarudiwa.
We will revisit.
Hii ya Mamake Bobo ndio hii, sasa yangu ndio kinarudiwa. We will revisit.
Anauliza, is there room for sport votes?
Ya lingana ongeana nayo.
Lakini kwa upande huu mchezo wa kuongea kina Shoba huko.
Yake ni kukula tu kachumbari anamaliza.
Shoba pia ni kwani, lakini hisi unajua
Yeah, me, I was born and raised in Mombasa.
lakini sasa tumesoma
Yes.
upande huu.
I was born and raised in Mombasa.
Wako na madhara.
But
Ndio, nini? Spend hizo mzee kitu alifunza. Ulikuwa semaje?
washinda ukijirudia kila wakati. Alafu pia madem. Madem wakisikia hiyo accent, pandi automatic. Dware on head. Mtapigwa na be. Mtapigwa na be.
Haya wenzetu.
There is
Kachumbari tayari. Sasa, this is the basic kachumbari. If you want to spice it some more, you can add things that actually pair well, like dania. You can do carrots. Na nikwambie siri, if you don't have an acidic element in your kachumbari, grate some carrots. You will thank me later.
Yes.
They add some sweetness to it that you do not need acid in it. So you take a whole different direction, but in tamu kabisa. But for this, I recommend either dania or cucumber, something that is not going to take away from what you've already made.
What about spices like
And may I say my tip for kachumbari, always over salt it slightly. It shines in the middle. You don't want nyanya na testu nika kinyanya umeka kwa nini. When you slightly over salt it, it shines and makes the dish,
Do you ever add like salad seasoning or pepper or oregano or something like that?
No, that's just it. If you want, you can do black pepper and salt. But like I said, the same way with my pilau, it was the most basic recipe. If you want to add on to it, you can just feel free. But this is awesome. You pair them together na pilipili alafu utaniambia.
Kuna ingine imehanga.
Maisave. Wow. You're such a thoughtful person.
She's such a superhero.
She's such a superhero. She just saved a tomato from falling. Super cool.
Why will this one be without?
But did you know? No, actually, that's now her name. Because she's actually a cop. So now she's a super cop. Because
Aya. Kumbe niko karibu na watu wa Matanga.
We are friends na hata
Are the people still watching?
Yep.
Hey, usinitoanishe hivyo mbele ya kamera. Tunaongeanga.
Hatuwezi ongea kando.
Watu ongea kando tunaelewa.
Salt.
Nilimaliza.
Come on.
Salt. There's salt here.
The salt?
Yeah.
Oh, great salt.
Yeah.
Awesome. But let me maliza and then I can plate. Me, I'm done. Hiyo ingine ni ya shoba tunangojea.
Kachumbari.
I'm showing you.
By the way, Buniambieni, how long have we been live for? Because I have
By
no
the
clue.
way, I'm always asking today.
I have no clue how
I have a
live.
feeling it was a time.
Umeka more than
Ah.
Aki, the difference is so big.
You see, the difference is so big.
Let's see.
See,
This is
Shoba's
Let's
Pilau is here.
vote.
Pilau Shoba.
Pilau shoba.
Shoba. Kwanza acha tutapiga picha alafu tuweke nini?
Na shoba alafu alipata 3 AM hapo amelala.
3 AM, I was up. Nikishanga it in.
You are hacking,
Yeah.
I was hacking the server.
You are turning centers in the sky.
Tuko kwa cloud.
Yes, we hapa.
Kula nyama hata pilau haijaiva.
Pilau.
Speak kwa mema.
Aki wewe cook wewe. Sasa mtatuambia kwa nini ya mama Bobo iko yellow na ingine ni white.
Like he said earlier, we both get colors from different aspects
From
of
different
the pilau.
aspects of
Yeah,
pilau.
ndio yangu ni so whatever color you like. Si tumefanya kila kitu live, hakuna anything tumefanya behind the cameras. So you can decide.
You can decide which way you go.
So your color came from?
I added the tomato paste.
Yeah.
And the way I also cook my masala, I cook it differently. So I guess that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and Shoba, your color comes from what?
My color comes from the onions, mainly.
I can actually
Mainly onions.
Mainly, yeah.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yes.
So yeah, so if your color comes from onions, you get this.
Beautiful.
And then if it is
the whole combination of
The whole combination of
onions, tomato
nyanya,
paste, and nini.
yeah.
Kidogo tu paste.
Has tomato paste.
Yeah, that's what
Hata
Yeah.
hata mimi weka tomato paste by the way.
inatokeanga hivi.
It's still a little
Magunga.
bit. Sorry.
I think I enjoyed this people then you believe me.
Ah, wewe si utapita tunatokea. Unapita tunatokea. You have another chef in the kwanza cha niwaambie. You have another chef. Super cop. Pal. Nasikia fine girl no pimple. Fine girl. Unaona? Hey. Eh? Shoba umeambiwa na Okiro Akeo. She says, he says, I don't know.
She says.
Guy Shoba siku ya chapo na bajia was I wanna be there.
Chapo na bajia was labda sasa nifanye bajia because me and chapos
I volunteer chapo.
you cook really
Uta-
good. Sawa.
So mtakuwa tag team.
Guys, vote. The
Yes.
results are out.
Guy. Mimi ni cameraman, sifai kwa
Talent center.
Haya.
Where is the white split on?
Haya. This is how we film. Yeah?
What do you mean?
Tunahitaji.
Oh wait, audio.
Tunahitaji siku moja help.
The pilawas are done.
Haya, sasa tunafaa kuziplate tuwapatie. Waseme ni gani? Mnapenda gani? We're almost done.
Yes, we are very
Haya, selfie ndo.
Yes.
Lakini hii pilau ni kama ile inakaa pilau ilienda private school, iko na medical insurance. Hey, Mamake Bobo. Hii pilau yako. Hii pilau yako bwana. Hii pilau yako inakaa dika ilikula pesa ya NYS.
Kwanza inakaa ile downloaded ile za nini.
Really? Ati ilikula pesa ya NYS.
Hii pilau yako ilikula pesa ya NYS.
Kuna kala ya jokindumu. Na waiguru wote.
Minji. Sawa.
Alafu unaona sisi haijashikana. Unaona? Haijashikana. Hope you can see that.
I offend you.
Anyway, hapa ni naona itakuwa communal.
Kuna sahani mwingine.
There is the one that had biryani.
Alafu I hope bado tutakuwa live tuone venye Shoba ukula mchele. Anakula ka ugali na mkono.
Akuli na kitiko.
Wewe kuja hapo tuambie ni tabia gani wewe? Wewe ati
Hata
Na ikiwa na nini na stew.
sina vijiko. Si hivyo na nini na ile starch yenye unakula. Sina.
Sasa mayai.
By then nimeangalia. I didn't comment.
Shoba.
Mimi I was so surprised nilimuuliza nikuwa tu live and then niko like ai.
Yes.
Ona hiyo pilau. Check hiyo maneno.
Ona kiasi.
Check hiyo maneno. Andikeni petition. Atamuku kuwa.
Wenye mlikataa kunivotia msionje.
Nini vote number 1?
Wild votes.
Sawa
Bona,
basi.
this, by the way,
Oh,
that's why
now
I was surprised with Nanisha mpaka ati ni warus tudogo because maybe I do them like this na zinaiva proper.
By the way, nini waru za pilau, okay, I'm sorry to correct the chef. No, not actually correcting na second. Whatever, waru za pilau, they're supposed to be like that.
Full.
Hazifai kukatwa.
Zangu nimekata juu zilikuwa zimebaki kidogo, so I wanted all of you to taste. Not, but normally if they are this size I don't cut them. Ama I have them.
Mbona mmeweka hiyo kitu hivyo? Guys, hiyo kamera iko upside down.
No, it looks good. Yenye umesa.
This one.
Oh my god.
And then
Hii nafaa
now,
kupiga
What
picha.
goes for you?
you change your vote quickly.
Oh my god.
Muna rig sava.
Mnafungua sawa.
Guys, msijali ni communal. Nasimusha kwenda pa
Ni pizza na si chakula, ni pizza inakata.
Hata hajaeka kachumbari, hata hajamaliza.
Oh mama mia.
Okay, sawa, wewe maliza alafu tuambie venye.
ndio hii si ni communal and then sasa
Hii communal just
Wata kutoa
Kwa nini wanaweza
nyama.
kunjika?
Wewe acha kukula nyama yenyewe.
Anapiga mdole.
I explained. That's why I kept saying. You remember me answering the question of why not hot water? What did I say? Ndio viazi
hivi.
properly. Yeah. Aya, now dig in. Get this.
Kuna mtu
Super plate.
What about you have to take photos.
Huh?
Where is the seat?
No, they are please the spoon. Is that just one serving? Kawaida. No, that is not. Lakini kuna ile pilau. Actually that is hiyo ni sinia ndogo, si ndio? Yes. Tunaweza normally ukienda kwa hotel kuna times zingine unaichanga sinia kubwa ama sinia ndogo. Ile sinia ndogo and now me I can finish that serving alone.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pilau. Hiyo Thursday ukienda kushikisha. Understanding session. Understanding. Unatakanga unakula sasa kama saa 8 kama ile that amount. So by saa 10 ushateuka, ushatulia, tumbo iko sawa.
Is this ready to serve?
Guys, we're about to be team
out. We're about to sign out.
We're about to sign out.
Enjoy. Kama utafika and you're on the way, please come.
No, please
don't.
How do they just say that in unison like?
Guys, kujeni. No, I bought the food. Don't be intimidated. Yes, na Shoba. I Shoba, I love. Boy Charles ndio huyo amefanya communal pilau.
Kuna mtu ameuliza tuko wapi? Benso Mogoro.
Tuko mahali Nairobi.
Pneumatic kitchen.
On
James Gishuru Road from Ofoyaki. Actually it's very close to the Nini, very close to the road. Panda matatu za kwenda Kino ushukie James Gishuru Junction and then take the James Gishuru Road a few meters away utaona pneumatic kitchen on your right and kamaraka before tumaliza kukula.
Before we finish this food.
When you're West Panda number 48.
When you're West number 48. Guys, I hope you've heard that if you're in Westlands number 48 itakushukisha James Gishuru Road. And gosh, we've focused on the food. We forgot. Can you mount the phone so we can have Patrick talk about
pneumatic?
Yeah, and how you can get their jikos and all that. They're very awesome. Mount for Shoba.
Just
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yes, we have a new photographer.
Yeah.
Mwambia tutumie invoice.
Invoice inakuja. Those guys at the back, wanatumalizia chakula. These ladies.
Team kula.
Yeah, food is very nice and the food.
Both. Oh, for both. No, come and say something about your jikos and how people can, and eat. It's that too.
Akiwa anatumalizia food. Alafu Shoba unauliza how come Warua zikuvunjika Shoba?
Ndio hiyo ni yangu. Ama anaita Shoba?
Amesema at Shoba.
At Shoba. Zako, yours is that Ali zimevunjika?
Hapana.
Oh, nice.
They have not. Anyway, so this session was courtesy of these really good guys. Those ones called Pneumatic.
They gave us a venue.
They gave us a venue.
So welcome to Pneumatic. Thank you, Mamake Bobo. Thank you so much. It was a nice having you here. We look forward to hosting you again. Okay, guys, you can find us on our showroom in James Gishuru of Wayaki Way. Come and you experience the real good pneumatic. You can see what we do, built-in kitchen appliances.
Please, I hope they can see the hood. It's
The hoods, the gas, the ovens, microwave, dishwashers, and all that.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Dishwashers.
I'll share the number. Because and
Mamake Bobo will share our numbers.
Yes, I'll also share
the
it.
reason I actually don't go like nowadays is because I'm waiting for them to come and do what?
Yes, we will. We will. Hizi nini noma ziko na light kama nganya za rongai. Vitu kali. Ina change paka light.
And in case you're wondering, ya nini ya
Just here.
Ina sound ka ndege.
Kasi ndio. So, you guys you can pair them.
You know the way we're done cooking the pilau?
Yeah.
We call it it's an island wood. It's our signature model. It's got mood lights. It's a robotic island wood. Robotic is something that when you put it on, this part will come either down. Now I've put it off. It will go up. Now it's off. When you put it on, it goes down. Now it will come down, revealing the filters from now it's going to
And then it absorbs the smells in your room so it leaves your kitchen.
It is in your kitchen so fresh.
And by the way, pro tip, ukiunguza food, that's your friend.
That's your friend.
Nobody will know food
Nobody will do it. Sucks in all that air and
Yeah.
Hata nikipika fish.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Wewe nini bana harufu ya fish? Nini bana harufu ya fish? Hebu tuheshimiane
Watu wamena na
kwanza.
matumbo, once you're done cooking.
Watu wamena
you need that.
matumbo. Anyway, so you guys, you will share the
Signing
numbers.
out.
We are signing out. Oh no, I have to play.
Oh yeah, you.
Wewe nani tablet?
Me, I'm out. Eh?
Hey, you're putting some. No. Okay.
We are ready to eat now.
I'm ready.
Hebu weka hii food yako.
Sasa head to head. Kama ni kadogo.
Hey, head to head. Mamake Bobo,
Ni kadogo.
Shoba Gatimu.
Shoba.
Yeah, so mnaona vile it's
Like
kind of different. Has a more popping color. Mine is kind of
But
on the
yum.
blunt side on the color. So it all depends.
Wako ni light skin.
It all depends.
Pilau yako imetoa tint.
No way. Hii ni pilau slay queen.
No point, child.
Sorry, pointer.
Hii pilau ya Shoba, hii pilau ya Shoba imetoa tint.
Guys,
Anyway,
signing out.
so we're signing out. Thank you guys for watching.
Comment, share our videos.
Thank you much for sharing.
Yes, share so you can.
Yes,
you
share
know,
the
the next thing you
videos.
want to watch, you can timeline to yako.
Yako. Thank you for the comments, the questions, the likes, the love,
And viewership, thank you.
and the views.
And on this thread, guys, comment on what you want to see next, so that
Yes, so that we can
tujipange mapema.
tujipange mapema tujue next week tutapika nini. But kuna suggestion that we should do biryani was next week.
No, we've already done one what today.
Oh, we've done-
What else
yes.
we recover, alafu.
Shoba, unapatiwa time ya kupungua.
Sawa.
Anyway,
Guys,
tell
from
us what you
Cookout
want to see.
Thursdays.
Yeah,
Mamake Bobo,
sign
yours
out.
truly, boy child Shoba.